Hello, World Wide Web. I'm Dr. Shado. Welcome back to Stay State. Democratic my first and only trip to North Korea. And let's just go to settings real quick. I want to see something. Can I? Let's see. Skip unread text disabled. Enable skip after choice. Skip speed. Skip speed. Do we have a skip speed? Auto speed. There we go. There we go. So, there are still endings that we have not yet encountered. So let's just get this going real quick. Now, so we're gonna start this out. What's my name? What's my name? My name is Deca. And just skip absolutely everything. This is not skipping as fast as I would have expected. But it's auto speed. What's up? Is that just not gonna be very fast? Because it's not gonna. Okay, fine. We're just gonna fucking do this as quickly as possible. We gotta get to the dates. We gotta get to the dates, and then we are going to work on one of the two endings. Because these choices, as far as I know, don't really change anything. Like, at all. Whatsoever. Nothing. Nothing. It's just... You're just having a nice time. There we go. Now, this is the part where it fucking matters. Okay, so we're gonna we're going somewhere with Youngji, and we're just that's the extent. We've already seen like most everything here on this date. I don't know if we're gonna like actually yeah, we already saw all that stuff, so we're gonna see which one did I pick before? I don't know. Them? I'll take the underdog and go with King Wancha. May not be owned by a government security group, but maybe they have some Chinese players hiding in the ranks. That is doubtful. If they were caught, the punishment will be severe. However, it is not unheard of for teams to sneak in other Asian players and pass them off as Korean. Well, I'm sticking with my decision. King Wancha for the win. Now, it's King Wancha Sports Club, not FTW. What does FTW even mean? I heard SC with team names, but not FTW. Internet jargon, it's an abbreviation of for the win. Fuck the world. Typical lazy westerner. Why not say for the win? It's only 3 little words. Deca said that too. Just when I thought westerners couldn't get to this stranger. And you got a loud whistle blow signal around the start of the match. Both teams are pretty good, and the match goes along evenly at first. King Wancha has a striker named Minji Woo who can really boot the ball. Surprisingly, when he scores on a hard kick from just inside the penalty arc, Youngji goes nuts. I thought you were an April 25 fan. Why so boisterous for Minji Woo? I appreciate his powerful kicks, but yes, April 25 is my team. Maybe he can join them next year. I believe he becomes a free agent after this season. I have to admit, it's pretty cool the way Youngji gets into the game. She's almost as rabid as any college football fan, cheering, screaming at the refs, throwing things at the field. By halftime, Amok Grang has tied the score out 1-up, and I think I've sweated off half my weight in this jacket. I chugged down my second water and wiped my brow. Still not enough. I'm melting like chocolate bars in the middle of the desert, and this is stuff I've read, but I'm not allowed to skip it for some reason. Just when I feel like passing out, Youngji hands me another bottle of water. You look like you need this more than I do. Yeah, at least you're not overheating. Thanks for looking out for me, though. Why do you think I'm looking out for you? I just can't have you dying in the middle of the stands. It will cause an international incident. So I'm doing it for the glorious Raiders' sake, not yours, so stop talking about it already. Youngji always gets so defensive. I smile at her anyway. Game resumes the second half. A few minutes later, King Wancha fights valiantly, but one of the midfielders draws a whistle that awards Amok Grang a penalty kick, which he converts easily. 15 minutes later, the match is over with Amok Gang victorious at 2-1. It would appear certain America owes their data free lunch, no matter what you pick, Roger. Damn it! No difference. No difference at all. Okay, no problem. Just continuing on. Nope, nothing here. Nothing to see here. Just going past everything. Grab a boob. And now we go to fucking Kaisong. Wait, you go with Young here? Oh fuck. Oh well, I forgot what I was. Okay. Let's go to the temple. Fuck it. This might seem like the biggest cliche ever, but let's go to the Anhuasa Temple. I don't understand. Why would that be a cliche? Asia, Buddhist temple, cute girl. This is something out of literally every anime. I'm afraid I left my Yonsen art at home. You're what now? It's kind of like the kimonos worn by the filthy enemy occupiers in the island nation east of here. Seriously, that occupation was ages ago. Take a page from the German playbook and let it go already. Oh, nobody's ever really over it. Just you wait. I'm glad my last name isn't Kowalski, then. You know, you never told me your last name. Oh, really? Well, you'll think it's silly. Shado, but without the W. No, I won't. Come on, tell me. Lemore. I really should have named him Irwin. It would have been fucking perfect. I got it from my dad. He was a tanker in the army, but, well, he got killed in this weird tanking accident. Something about his squad leader fighting in butt naked and crushed by a Sherman. So he's this interesting twist? Interesting. What was he doing naked with a tank? Beats me. The Corps can do weird things to a man. Anyway, let's keep going. Follow me, then. And here we are at Anhuasa Temple. You didn't tell me we had to climb half a mountain to get here. And you seriously didn't have to force march us here either. It's like the Crucible all over again. Don't you feel your soul cleansed by the rapid journey here, though? What I feel is that I need a shower after sweating my way up Mount Sungak. And what was with that airship at Sheds? Could he have flown up here? The evil Nipponese used this mountain as a staging ground to invade China. Used. Tara, don't grab my chest and my shortness. I need it. During their illegal occupation of our country during the Second International War, the airstrips and sheds still remain there today. I get it, you hate the Japanese, no need to flavor up the text every time. Though, if you hate them so much, couldn't you have knocked the shed down? I mean, it's probably one of the most sturdily constructed buildings in the country, I know, but a little semtex and it'll fall. I'm sorry, it's just a harsh part of our country's history. Tell me a bit about the temple, then. I will. Allow me to collect myself. I'll be just a few minutes. I hope I didn't upset her too much. I get that Korea and Japan have a rather strained history together, but I do have some very good Japanese friends, and I don't like them being trashed on. Well, and my room at Camp Pendleton is full of Japanese stuff, too. Anyway, the view up here isn't too bad. Mount Sungak is actually a small volcanic mountain in an island outside the Kaesong proper. The temple itself appears partly damaged, but other than that, it's no worse for wear. Okay, I'm ready to tell you a bit about the temple now. Glad you're feeling better. Sorry again, I know that it's a sore spot historically. That's okay, you'll see it our way eventually. Young smiles as she says this. Somehow, it's both adorable and unnerving at the same time. Though, to be fair, our countries have many things in common. Have you ever seen a traditional Korean dress? Like a kimono? We call it a Yonsen ot. I would show you, but sadly left mine at home. What do they look like? How would I explain it? Something like a cross between a western dress and kimono. The waistline is typically much higher, like across your chest, but it still has very loose sleeves. Well, that sounds pretty. I bet you look amazing in yours. Well, I always have trouble getting mine to fit if I keep having to take out the chest some. Anyway, what can you tell me about the temple?
Ah, yes, the Anwasa Temple was founded in 930 AD during the Koryo Dynasty. During the Americas' war against True Korea, it suffered structural damage, primarily the destruction of Munyobu Hall. However, a stone pagoda dating to the original Koryo Dynasty temple along with Choice Taeyong Hall remain.
Wow, that's a good amount of history for this trip.
Would you like to see a little more of the temple before we head somewhere else?
Sure, sounds like a good idea. Young takes me by the hand and leads me around in a small temple, explaining different bits of historical information as we go.
And it's the only temple to have survived the Americans' aggressive actions against us.
I nod and smile as we go. Doesn't take too much longer as the temple isn't all that big.
You must be hungry after climbing and exploring this temple. Want to go to Keisang Kushi House and share a meal?
Or Kukusu House. That sounds great. Let's head back. Okay, here we go. Moving on. And onward we go. Ending this trip. Just fucking finish. I just wish you could instantly skip to the next step and Tara, get off my face. That's my face. My face is for me. It's for me and me alone. Just please, Tara girl, please. That's the butt. Okay, there we go. Now that the butt's over with, we can pick the next thing. Now this has got to be Yunji. Well, it doesn't have to be, but I can just... Pueblo, that's what I was going to... There we go. And tell her it's really the Detroit salute. Maybe it would be best to crush this little fantasy lie and let Yunji in on the truth. Frankly, I'm surprised she bought the story they told her in the first place. It's really lame. Tell me something, Yunji. Do you really think the American sailors enjoy being held prisoner in a communist foreign nation?
Well, look at them playing poker in the other photo. They were shown a nice time, even though they were spying on our country.
I can't let you be ignorant of this any longer. It's hurting my brain.
Ignorant of what?
In America, when someone shows you an extended middle finger, they aren't giving you the Hawaiian good luck sign.
Ah, did it get renamed to something else then?
Not really, it was never named that to begin with. There's a lot of terms for it. The Detroit salute comes to mind, but the California howdy.
So they were saying hello in these photos. That doesn't seem so bad.
No, it's not that either. Maybe this will help. What have you been taught by your government about people from Detroit?
That's an easy one. People from Detroit are among the rudest and most arrogant people in the world.
I figured that was perception of them here. So, follow the logic now. If people from Detroit are rude and arrogant, what would you expect a hand signal called the Detroit salute to be? A sign of respect or a sign of contempt?
I suppose it would have to be something mean, wouldn't it?
Exactly. Basically, sticking just your middle finger at somebody is showing scorn or contempt for that person or people. The sailors are basically telling the Koreans, screw you guys for not sending us home, by giving them the Detroit salute in the photo.
Are you making fun of me now by telling me a lie? That isn't close to what the government has told us or what's in our history books.
You can always trust the government. I can't count how many times our government told us little white lies. No aliens in Roswell. If you like your doctor, you can keep him. No new taxes. They just don't know it was an insulting gesture at the time. They don't want to feel embarrassed at the lack of knowledge.
Yunji rubs her chin thoughtfully, scratches her head a little bit, and finally replies, "Fuck you! Oh, what do you know? Guess you think you're Mr. Smarty Socks or something."
That's Smarty Pants. And anyway, you can choose not to believe me, but I am telling you in no polite words. Those seamen were telling you guys to fuck off with that finger.
Whatever, it's not right. But we still captured them, so ha!
Yunji sticks out her tongue and gives me the Detroit salute.
Ha! I can do it too. So you...
Well, just don't tell Young you learned it from me.
Let's just get the artifacts and documents before I toss you into the harbor. You got Cream to stop outside of the ship since you run it so much.
Not as much as I love you, Yunji. She gasps and gives me a shocked look.
You shouldn't say things like that at the bro. It makes me feel...
I think she blushed. I was hoping to catch her off guard with that one. I'm about to tell her I was only teasing when she grabs my hand, but with little less force than usual. That surprises me since I'm used to her grabbing and yanking at it like two Marines fighting over the last big crayon. No, it's not an innuendo, in case you were wondering, you fucking weeaboos. Oh, okay, let's go and, see the stuff. Yeah.
That's a kitty cat. That's a kitty cat right there. She's such a cute little kitty cat. Or it's a kitty cat, you're yeah. Okay, now we got to the last thing. We get to go with my pipe too, without both of them. Yeah, now we get to be indecisive little fucks the whole way. So let's grab both bags. Well, we already did that before, so you know that's kind of already sit on the bench like the indecisive wuss you are. I smell a trap, and traps are gay. Not for me. I think I'll go park myself on that uncomfortable bench over there. ... Times like this remind me of riding in a Humvee. This thing is harsh. Why are you sitting on that bench over there?
I couldn't find an open seat.
That's a pretty pathetic ride, as I clearly have a seat now open next to me. As did I?
Fine, you got me. I didn't want to pick between two seats because it meant not picking the seat by the other person.
And here, I thought Yunji was indecisive.
I could be mad over a trivia scene like you selecting to sit next to one of us instead of the other.
How petty do you think we are?
I know better than to answer that question.
Fine. Young, please move next to me so that Decker doesn't have a seat on the bench. I suppose that's an acceptable solution.
Thanks, ladies. My veteran butt appreciates it. What's your butt a veteran of? I mean, butt of someone who's been in plenty of uncomfortable, not like, you know what, I'll just say thanks, leave it at that. Young gathers her handbag and moves next to Yunji, allowing me to move to her seat, which is slightly more comfortable than sitting on the bench. I guess I avoided hurting someone else's feelings, but I wonder if it would have been better to sit next to one of them after all. Like my cat, who's staring at me. Hi there. Too late for that, though. And... Okay. No problem. No problem at all here. We're just going to say, fuck it, mine. And then we pull the dicks out and be like, hey, how's it going? You seen my dick? It's nice. No, I guess this is impossible, but I got a little guide on the side here, so fuck it, I'm cheating. Go sky blue. And then after that was just 60s folk. 60s folk is the greatest source of love ballads ever. You're wrong if you think differently. Time to educate these girls on some classic music. Right. I go sky... Wait, but if, I'm wondering if I fucked up, because 2 or 3, so if I went with the fucking other one, because I went with Yunji twice, Young once, so if I went with green instead, but the guide says sky blue, so if the guide lied, then we're fucked. But let's see if the guide's a liar, and we actually have to pick the one of the lady that was, you know, actually being indecisive, because we went with one of the girls twice instead of 3 times. Or instead of once, but yeah. Time to educate these girls on some classic music. After finishing my set, I look over the girls and see that they're crying. Exactly. Damn straight you're crying. This is the magic of folk music. Right to a lady's heart. And... now that that's over with, we're gonna wish to not die. I pull a euro from my pocket. Looks like a coin from Croatia. Must be a new one. I can never remember the Balkan ones. They always change names so quickly. Wait, does Croatia even use the euro? Oh, whatever. It's worthless to me anyway. As I toss the coin into the river, I whisper a wish. that Yunji doesn't drive the car off the mountain to our deaths.
I guess with both of us wishing for the same thing, we'll double our chances of survival.
We didn't die on the way here. Why would we die on the way back? Well, maybe if you hadn't mentioned driving us off the cliff before I made my wish, I'd have come up with something better. And phew, we've gotten back from our short mountain getaway together. It was pretty fun, despite the temperature resembling the time I got drilled in Alaska. Not drilled like, on. The trip back was pretty uneventful. It just, this is the same text. Yeah, there's a third option after all. Wait until one of the girls comes to see me. I'm decent. Come in. Good evening, Young. What can I do for you?
I came because I wanted to talk with you about something.
Sure, I've got nothing but time right now. What's on your mind?
This past week has been really nice, and a bit of a new experience for me. I keep having certain feelings that emerge at times, and I'm not sure what to make of them.
You mean about me and going home soon?
Sort of, I think. Anyway.
Knock, knock, knock! I think Yuji's looking for us. Come in, Yuji.
Hi, Deca. I wanted to...
Young, why are you here?
I came to talk with Decker about something.
I wanted to talk with him about something as well. Well, don't be shy. Go ahead and tell me, both of you.
It's not something I wish to discuss with Yunji in the room. Yes, I'd rather just sit us in private without Young.
What could both of you need to talk about that needs privacy from the other sister? ... Awkward only begins to describe this situation. Well, I can flip a coin to see who gets the first to go first, and then I can hear the both of you out in turn.
I'm afraid there isn't enough time for that right now. We'll have to continue this later.
I'm not sure what you mean. We don't have anything planned. Something's up, and I'm clueless as to what it is. While I try to puzzle this out, Young has positioned herself behind me. What's more, she's holding my hands. Is this what she was starting to talk about? Did she have feelings for me?
This cannot be helped. We're on a time limit. No, we've almost hit it.
Wait, when did Yunji turn her back to me? I'm so busy pondering Young's sudden closeness, I failed to notice that. But she's facing me now, and she has something in her hand.
Once we get through this, we can all sort everything else out.
Get through? Wow!
Time for you to sleep a bit. Don't worry, you'll have a clearer picture when you wake up.
Damn! With my guard down, Yunji went and stuck a needle in my arm. And from what she just said, it's a drug to make me go to sleep for a bit. Don't do anything too weird to me and my...
It's okay, Tara. I'm fine.
Let's get into the rendezvous point.
Why you're here, sister?
You didn't stick to the plan.
I had something I wanted to confess to Decker before we went through the plan. Wait a minute. You went in early as well. Also wanted to tell Decker something before the plan? ... You like him, don't you? ...
So groggy. Feels like I've been on a 3-day days leave rager, and I'm just badly sobering up. Eyelids are so heavy, need to take stock of my surroundings, though. Oh god, oh man, that light is barely on. It feels like the infernal thousand sun. Whether I'm stuck when I get the worst hangover. A few more once more, just come through now. I must see. I'm the plainest symptoms room I've ever been in. I see you have returned to the conscious world. Undoubtedly, you have questions. I'll try my best to guide you. No time is short. That voice, I recognize it. I've only heard it a few times since being in Korea. But it's one of the three I recognize. I know you. Our driver. Where am I? I'm glad that drug didn't dull your senses too much. Yes, I've been driving you around Korea this week. My name is Namyoung Kwanjo, and I'm the father of both Young and Yeonji. Oh god. Oh man, oh god. My throat! And so anyway, now I'll at least save life in the end. Right. Okay. I'm sorry for bringing you here, and I'm sorry the plan went all awry. But I hope I can at least salvage your life in the end. I'm confused. Why did you want to salvage my life? Daka, how much do you really know about the People's Republic? Fuck it. No, look, it's in a film, and probably a good lady in North Korea, but the point is the results with instance, assuming which country you could most principal opposite, but all saying you're going to be the target protected, smug, the end of all that investor. These pretty normal, but they all poor white to death, poor middle, my time, and my plan. That's why I made a plan ahead of time. Want to at least maybe save my girls, but that has fallen apart due to unforeseen circumstances. It hits me just now. You're the one who invited me to Korea while playing Panzer Battles online, aren't you? Visitors I dared to the party to lure an American soldier over and try to create an international incident. In reality, I wanted you to meet my daughters and hopefully fall in love with Yunji, my youngest. However, you kind of screwed it up, and the resulting argument lost us too much time. How did I screw it up?
I love you, Decker, and I won't give you up to anyone. I can't give you up to Yunji or anyone, Decker. Tell me you love me the most.
I'm certain he loves me the most.
There's no way he loves any girl more than me.
Both girls are in love with me?
Is that how I screwed up the plan?
It appears your inability to focus on one girl brought about a feud between the girls, and the resulting argument ate up the time we had for escape. I'm really sorry you won't be able to escape, but that doesn't mean I should miss my flight out of here.
What? My throat? No, don't fuck my throat. It'd be terrible.
I don't think you'll fully grasp the situation. You won't be making that flight, or any return flight. Members of the People's Army are on the way here right now. I had made arrangements for you and the girls to stow away on the ship, but that ship is already set off. The party wants you for their own propaganda or other plans. The main question is, do I hand you over and you save your life along with the girls? Or do we all get captured together and get slaughtered as a group? I'm a dead man either way. I can't resist the poisons forever, but the girls haven't been poisoned. We may be able to arrange something for you, something to avoid you and the girls dying. I get the feeling that I'm not going to be leaving North Korea. No, you'll be staying in North Korea until your death. The only question is will your death be in the next week or years from now?
I don't really want to die, however I don't really want to stay in North Korea either. But it sounds like those are my only options here. It's a terrible situation to put me into. It still wouldn't be right for me not to try and keep the girls from dying. Especially since it appears both of them like me a lot. It appears my options aren't great, but I can't give up on my life or on Yuji and Yum's lives. What's your new plan? I will turn you over to the People's Army. I still have a high-ranking friend I can turn to. If all goes according to plan, you will be given a position appropriate to an expatriate. What are those? I would imagine teaching English or something on that level. Do not waver from answering any questions appropriately. When you are asked to renounce your American citizenship, you will have to do it. Failure will mean your death. And what of the girls? So long as they continue to be loyal to Korea and renounce their ties with me, I believe they'll be spared. For now. They'll be watched heavily for the rest of their lives, as will you. For convenience, they'll probably put the three of you somewhere together to make it easier for their resources to watch all of you. You believe they'll put him with us, the two of us?
For at least the immediate future, I think they would. Beyond that, it's hard to say. Just remember to make sure you'll stay useful to the party and loyal to the leader, and you should at least be kept alive. And there's no other solution? I suppose I could just see about having you share a cell with a fellow American. You probably haven't heard, but a university student from your country was sentenced to 15 years of hard labor for allegedly stealing a piece of Korean propaganda from the Yankakdo International Hotel. 15 years for stealing a poster. Are you for real? I mean, college students steal other school's mascots for fun all the time. They barely get community service, much less time in jail. Make no mistake, our leader and the party love to take any opportunity they can to stick it to America. The student was just a college kid in a sponsorship with China's young pioneer tours. Think they wouldn't love to do the same to a member of the American military? Your best bet at staying alive. Confess to falling in love with the country and how America is wrong. Renounce your citizenship and make it as believable as possible. Damn it, if it were just me, I'd go and die in the red-blooded American, like as a red-blooded American I am. But I can't take that chance that they'll kill both Yunji and Young as well.
Are you sure this will work, Father?
Not completely, but it's the best chance we have. I hear movement coming closer.
I don't think we have much time.
I'll try my best. A few minutes later, a couple members of the People's Army came in for us. Guangzhou asked for his friend, who came in to discuss my fate. True to his word, Guangzhou said that his daughters had helped lure me into the country, and that I was ready to defect and help the Koreans move ahead in the world. I think it helped that he showed him my military ID. The girls were allowed to return to their place, but they were told they'd be heavily supervised for a while. Guangzhou and his friends stayed behind with a couple of military members outside the door to the room. Okay, party hired up.
My subordinate here tells me that you've come to your senses and see the way of the one true Korea is correct. I don't buy it, but fear for your life works for me as well, so here's what we're gonna do. As it stands, I need someone to teach English to the military. Our other teacher was less than satisfactory, and since you're young, you'll likely have a better grip on the language and current slang. Not to mention you have knowledge of key military terms that may prove useful. I've got a cameraman outside. I'll leave this pen and paper here so you can prepare your statement. Make it a good one, and you'll keep your life. And I'll even let you bunk with those two daughters of Guangzhou's. Save me resources on keeping tabs all three of you if you're in the same place. But make no mistake, once you read that statement, there's no going back to America. You will belong to the People's Army, body and soul. Stay loyal to me, and your life won't be much worse than it was in America. With that, they both depart, leaving me in the guarded room to write my defection. The hell did it come to this? I just wanted to visit Korea, not become a pseudo citizen. God, fuck. Dot dot dot. After about 30 minutes, they come back with the cameraman. I guess what I'm about to say will be broadcast eventually. I guess I'd best put on a good performance. They signal the camera is rolling. I'd like to start with this statement before elaborating. Due to my wonderful time here with the guides provided me, I have come to realize that the only way the world should accept is the true Korean way. As of now, I cannot accept the United States way of life and will henceforth be residing in Korea. I look forward to spending the rest of my life here in this unspoiled land of real opportunity. I urge the government of the United States to reevaluate itself and learn from their betters. I go on for about 5 to 10 minutes, or, 33. Past having a wonderful time with Young and Yunji. I didn't mean a single word of the bullshit coming out of my mouth. I just hope I sold it or have renounced my sedition, or I'll have renounced my citizenship for no reason. After I'm done, the cameraman nods and leaves me with Guangzhou and his superior. You did well, I think. Good enough for government work, as they say in your country. We'll send you to Guangdong for a couple weeks, and once done there, I'll set you up with teaching English to my military. In the meantime, I'll move the girls to a place with a third room where you will live with them under surveillance. The longer the three of you go with good behavior, the lighter the surveillance. Welcome to Best Korea. Hope you survive the experience. It turns out Kaidong is a re-education camp. To put it bluntly, a prison, and a hard one at that. In between shifts in a limestone quarry, I'm made to memorize various speeches made by the leaders of Korea. After 2 weeks of rarely bathing, eating next to nothing, and choking on limestone dust, I'm removed and sent back to Pyongyang. I guess they figured they would go ahead and break my spirit just in case I was lying in my speech. I consider myself lucky I was only sent for 2 weeks, mostly for the re-education purposes. Prisoners there, they're walking skeletons, starving, broken,
hopeless skeletons. Death would be the most humane thing for the prisoners there. When I got out, the guards were nice enough to power hose me down, so I wasn't completely filthy. I think I lost a lot of weight myself, and I was lean to begin with. But I'm out. Soon I'll be back with the reason I came to Karya in the first place.
Welcome home, Decker!
It's not like I missed you or anything. Well, welcome home. As I settled into my new life, I'm told that I can't go anywhere without one of the 2 girls accompanying me. I end up going everywhere with at least one of them. Brass also decided to stick Youngji in my English class. I'd like to say she's made a lot of progress, but she hasn't. Every other person that has come through catches on quicker than her. Young says she does it on purpose so that she can spend more time in the same room as me. I hate that I can't pick between the 2 of them, but they don't seem to mind it. It appears the party has forbidden anyone else to be with 2 of them anyway, so they've told me. This is my life now. I live with 2 beautiful girls in one of the most insane countries in the world with no hope of ever seeing the United States again. And thus ends my one and only trip to North Korea. I get to stay. Forever. Yeah. And that's the, harem ending, I guess? Yeah, that was Stay, Democratic Republic of Korea, my first and only trip to North Korea. And, that was an interesting take on the, harem ending. Hey, you get with both the girls in a horrible situation. Because, yeah, working in North Korea forever. You lose, but you win. But you lose. You got to go to prison for 2 weeks and get starved, but you got out in 2 weeks, so it's not so bad. It's not so bad at all. Hey, Tim. There's my girly cat ready. So, until next time.